Hello everyone. Wanted to do a update on my Stash account. Um, I still think it's a good app you guys should definitely check out. Obviously I do Robinhood videos mostly and some Acorns, but I've been watching this, and with this app, the way I have it set up is I basically base a 1 to 4 year kind of strategy basically under the new administration and what I think they're going to do to loosen regulations, which sectors are going to outperform because they're going to get backing from the government, and so on. So I chose, just to recap, Raw Earth, which is oil stocks, Internet Titans, which is tech stocks, Wireless Wonders, which is like data stocks like AT&T and Verizon, Money Machines, which is bank stocks, Defending America, which is defense, and Live Long and Prosper, which is health. Now, I touched on a previous video, Raw Earth. My oil stock's doing well because Trump revived Dakota Access Pipeline and the Keystone Pipeline, and like that day, like this stock, like or this ETF, I should say, jumped up. So that was like kind of like in my projection. I saw that he Trump elect or Trump Trump tapped Rex Tillerson, which is the ExxonMobil CEO for like 40 years, like big oil guy, and the people he's uh, getting into his cabinet or against like EPA and not and there's basically a for oil for profit kind of setup, it seems like. So like I saw that and I was like, so oil's got to do good in this next few years, and it's already kind of gotten up from that. It shows internet titans like tech stocks. I live in California, so I'm around tech companies. I see a lot with what they're doing, and I love tech. It's very interesting to me. So and it's shown that it's proven to grow. I added Wireless Wonders recently, but I think it's a good play with internet titans. Um, for all that tech, all the Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, Google, and all that stuff, you're gonna need data plans or internet service for that. So it kind of plays together with Wireless Wonders. Money Machines was the growth of the economy in the way that uh, Trump has planned. He's going to need to loosen regulations on the bank stocks and make them more active in terms of lending more money to small businesses, mortgage loans, credit card loans, everything dealing with loans. The more money the bank has out in circulation, the more they get, because we as consumers are paying back interest. The bank loans you $1,000, you got to pay them back, $1,100, because that $100 is interest over time on that $1,000 loan. So they're giving you money, and then you're returning them that exact same amount plus interest. That's how they grow their money. So the more people or the more money out there that they have being lent, the more they can grow in his economy. And then Defending America defense stocks, like we have one general, at the very least, Secretary of Defense, who's very seems interested in going more into Iraq, and I think there's like one or two other generals on his cabinet as well. So he's this administration seems very war. I don't want to say war hungry, but I mean, let's be honest. He definitely seems more interested in getting into these countries for their resources. Like Trump in the past said, like, take the oil from ISIS. He said it numerous times, like, take the oil, take the oil. And obviously that means we're going to have to be sending over jets and drones and bombs and all that stuff. So these stocks are going to be a play in that sense. Um, and of course, however you feel about that, your your emotional trading mindset. I try to keep that in the rear view mirror because I mean I'm in this to profit off what's happening in the world. Like I'm just one guy. I'm nobody. I can't really make an effect on, hey, let's not go to war because this and that. I recognize that I'm very limited in my abilities. So at the very least, I could try to make a profit off what's going on, and then later down the road, if I want to like make a donation or I want to go protest or something like that, I can have the money that I took from these companies and kind of throw it back in their face, say I'm here to tell you to shut the fuck up or whatever. You know what I mean? I noticed a lot of people in the comments are kind of making like their political judgments, which is fine. Everybody has them. I have them. I'm biased towards one side just like everybody else. But like when I show you guys these apps, I'm trying to show you like this is what's happening. these are probably the stocks and sectors that are going to benefit from it. So you guys can have a leg up on everybody else who's trying to invest. So that's all I'm really trying to do. And then my failure of a choice so far, live long and prosper, which is health stocks. And I'm gonna stick with this. I'm not gonna just like dump this and like not give you guys the chance to learn from my mistakes. I want you guys to learn from both what I'm successful at and what I'm not successful at. But I made a bet on healthcare because it seemed like Trump and the Republican Party wanted to help the health sector by repealing the ACA because the healthcare and pharma companies don't like the Affordable Care Act. They want to charge more, and they want to have more proprietary system where like they can charge whatever they want. They can regulate as much as they want or as little as they want, I should say. So with the ACA being repealed and then a bill to import medication from Canada getting slapped down both by Congress, and yet no healthcare reform ideas or even a plan to replace the ACA, this sector has not been doing too good. So that's not to say within the next year or 4 years, like I said, with this strategy setup, that it won't improve. But it's looking at from right now with these 6 choices I've made. My healthcare is the only one doing bad. The other 5 are slowly starting to creep up. My top 2, Raw Earth and Internet, are doing the best, of course. But Live Long and Prosper is kind of weighing on me and holding me back on that. But like I said, I'm going to stick with it and see what happens. Now, I made a couple of videos about our trade agreements, TPP and NAFTA. Trump backed out of TPP. So I'm interested to see how these get affected. A majority of these are American companies, so they should be fine. But it seems like Trump doesn't want to trade with the eastern part of the globe, like China, Japan, all those countries over there. He wants to focus on NAFTA, our trade agreement, which is the North American Free Trade Agreement that we have with Canada and Mexico. And Canada and Mexico get a lot of their products from the United States, so it's profitable in the sense that by backing out of TPP and ratifying NAFTA, that will increase our productivity in the United States, because we're just trading with our neighbors, basically Canada and Mexico, instead of outsourcing to countries over in the East. And, we have American workers losing their jobs. So however you want to look at it, however your political opinion is, that's kind of what it seems like Trump's trying to do, and that's what it seems like the direction he's going. So, of course, he's putting up a wall, or he wants to put up a wall between us and Mexico, and he wants Mexico to pay for it. So, obviously, that's going to be some controversy and some difficulties trying to trade with a country that we're trying to isolate ourselves from. So, understand that. But Canada and their Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, he still wants to do trade with them for sure. I mean, we have no extreme border or extreme bias towards them, I guess, at the moment. But it seems like we're just going to be trading with our 2 neighbors more. So we're trying to increase trade with our neighbors. So and I did a video on like what we would lose if we lose trade with Mexico. Agricultural being a huge man, what's the word I'm looking for? A huge loss, because we get or Mexico's like our number 2 agricultural import. So what we get from them, like what they bring into the United States for us. So if we lose that, we have to get our food basically from somewhere else, or we have to increase productivity in our country. So that's kind of like how I'm breaking down this video. Mexico's president, Enrique Nieto. I'm probably butchering his name. I apologize, but I mean, he's not happy with the border wall and what Donald Trump wants to do. So I'm just thinking in my head, like thinking down the road, like this may complicate things. These stocks here should be fine because, like I said, they're mostly made in America type stocks, but some of them do have trade in other countries and stuff, so they might take a small hit, but since they're predominantly in America, they should be fine. But Mexico relations, I don't see getting much better. So that could be a hindrance to us. But I mean, if we can get our trade from someone else like Canada, since like I said, he wants to ratify the NAFTA, he doesn't want to back out of it like TPP. Maybe we could find or find help there. So I mean, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to keep updating you all on this, just so you guys have this information. And like I always say, watch other videos, watch the news. Subscribe to other channels. Take in as much information as possible, because all this is happening kind of behind the scenes. Some of it gets reported on, and some of it doesn't. And sometimes the stuff that doesn't get reported on, that gets kind of hidden, those are the things that really affect trade and like what we're looking for as stock traders, as investors, that we need to know about. So I'm just trying to give you guys the information and like just an opinion, what I have on it and how it could affect the market. So if y'all like this information, like as usual, leave me a comment. Let me know. It helps me to understand, like, not only what you guys think of what I'm saying, but also what you're interested in, because you might have a question for me that I can try to answer, and then if it's a good question, I can try to make a video on it, so we all can benefit from it. We could share that information. So just ask away. I'm gonna do my best to try to help you all. And as always, if you like my content, click like and subscribe. It helps me out. This channel will grow. More and more people will see it. And then we can all just have a collective of like channels and information, and we could just constantly be flowing it. That's what social media is about, is sharing all this information, so we all have it, so we all can make the best well-informed decision. So I just want to give you guys that video. So that's all I got for today. So have a good day.